Hello, hello, yogis, and welcome to our Friday Empower Yin practice. So for today's practice, we are going to need a blanket and a block. If you don't have a blanket and a block, that's okay. You can still do this practice, but these are the props that I would recommend that you have available to you today. So yin yoga is an opportunity to slow down and turn inward, to observe the sensations that we feel in our bodies, to connect to our breath, to be still. Our life can be very busy, very chaotic, and this is a great practice to slow down and really sink inward. We're going to start today's practice in a child's pose. So if you want to take your blanket across the base of your mat for a little bit of extra comfort for your knees and your shins, that is perfect. Bring your knees wide, big toes come toward one another. Sink your hips back as you walk your fingertips forward and let your forehead rest down. As you come into this opening child's pose, I encourage you to close down your eyes and really allow yourself to turn your awareness inward. Start to become aware of your breath, feeling that natural rhythm of breath move through your body. Allowing the body to be as still as possible and allowing yourself to observe without judgment what you feel in your body. Noticing what you feel in your toes and your feet, in your shins, in your hips, through your spine, your chest, your shoulders, your fingers, allowing yourself to sink and settle in here. Start to really deepen your breath, sending your breath deep into your belly, fill your lungs, fully expand, pause at the top. Open mouth, exhale as if you're fogging up a mirror in front of your face. Breathe it out, let it go. And again, deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly, fill the lungs, fully expand and pause. And open mouth, exhale, breathe it out. One more full breath in, take in as much as you can. And on your exhale, allow yourself to sink more into the mat. Returning to your Ujjayi breath, inhales and exhales through your nose, gently pressing your tongue against the roof of your mouth, creating a little bit of restriction in the back of your throat. If you can hear yourself breathing, that's perfect. Maybe to you, it sounds like Darth Vader. Maybe to you, it sounds like ocean waves. Maybe it's more like a soft breeze. However you connect or identify to that breath. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And then slowly, gently shift yourself forward. Bring your knees together, keeping your knees on your blanket. Let your upper body come down into Sphinx pose. If you have your block handy, you can grab your block. Parallel your forearms to one another. The legs are slightly together. And maybe you let your forehead rest down on your block. You can pull your shoulders down and away from your ears as you let your belly sink into the floor, creating some gentle compression through the low back. If you don't have a block, there's always the option to keep the chin parallel to the floor, close down your eyes, and focus on your breath. See if you can feel into the belly, pressing into the floor. And release. Inhale, press your belly into the floor. And release. Let's bend into our right knee, bringing it out to the right, keeping the left leg extended. Gaze over the left shoulder. Come back to your breath awareness. Allow yourself to really feel into the stillness, feel into the sensation. Let's take 3 more breaths here into the right side. Send your right leg back. Take a moment, shift your hips from side to side. Find that center point and bring the left knee out wide, right leg stays extended, and we'll gaze to the right. Maybe you close down your eyes and really focus on your breath. Maybe you press a little bit more into the elbows as you lift your chin. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Extend that left leg out behind you. Bring your gaze through center. Take a moment, shift your hips from side to side, rebalancing out those hips. Walk your hands back towards your body as you press yourself into a tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Spread your fingers out wide. Let the shoelace side of your feet rest down into the mat. Gaze is down on the mat. Inhale as you arch your spine, lift your gaze, shine your chest forward. Exhale, round your spine, head hangs heavy, press through your palms, squeeze your belly button to your spine. Inhale as you arch and lift into your cow. Exhale as you round into your cat. Inhale as you arch and lift into your cow. Exhale as you round into your cat. Pause in your cat, press through your palms, sink your hips slightly back to your heels. Feel that length through the shoulders, through the spine. Let's sink back to neutral. Let the spine come down. Lift the feet off the floor and roll out your ankles. Roll out your ankles. Let the feet come down. Bring your right foot in toward your chest, cross it underneath your left. Open up between your feet. I'm just going to twist so that I face you and come into your cow face pose. So there's a lot of different variations for cow face. You can stack your knees on top of one another and bring your heels in toward your hips. If that's not accessible, your foot can always be planted. That works too. Or you can extend your bottom foot out long, like so. So find the variation that feels right in your body and allow yourself to sink into some stillness. Get nice and tall and let your shoulders fall away from your ears. I invite you to close down your eyes here and come back to your breath. As you reconnect to that Ujjayi breath, Reconnect to that natural rhythm in your body. Bring your right hand out to the right and reach your left hand up overhead. Lift your gaze toward the ceiling and really breathe into the side body stretch. Notice all of the areas in the body that you feel this posture. See if there's anywhere that you can relax and release into the pose. Come back through center, plant your left hand down, reach your right hand overhead. Lift your gaze to the ceiling and really feel that length through your side body. Come back through center. Let's roll out our shoulders. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears and roll them down your back. Inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift and exhale as you lower. Take a couple more, feeling into the shoulders. Bring your hands down onto your top knee. Put a little pressure onto that top knee as you tuck your chin to your chest. Let your head hang heavy. Bring your chin through center and plant your hands behind you. Unravel the legs, send them out in front of you, pedal them out. And bring your opposite knee on the bottom, opposite knee on the top. Tuck in the heels toward the hips. And let's get nice and tall, letting the shoulders fall away from the ears. Taking the same variation on this side as you did on the previous side. So if there was a variation with the legs, take that same variation. In our yin practice, we're really not coming into the deepest expression. We're wanting to come to a place of sensation and then breathe into the pose. Seeing if you can fill the pose with your breath. Take your left hand, extend it away, reach the right hand overhead, lift your gaze, breathe into the length through the side body. Let's switch it out. Plant the right hand down, reach the left hand across, lift the gaze. Notice if this side body bend feels different. Come back through center. Let's inhale the shoulders up to the ears and exhale, roll them down the back. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears and exhale, roll them down the back. Take 3 more on your own breath, linking your breath to your movement. Place your hands on your knee, tuck your chin to your chest, and let your body sink forward, maybe putting a little bit of pressure on that left knee. Bringing yourself through center, planting your hands behind you, unraveling your legs. Let's pedal those out. And then open up into a wide leg forward fold. Maybe you have your block handy and you can bring that out in front of you, letting your elbows come down onto the block. Come back to your breath. You may want to close down your eyes, drawing your awareness internally, really focusing on where you feel sensation and breathing. Allowing yourself to sink into stillness. Press yourself up through center. Let's bring our legs through center, planting your feet on the floor. Take a moment to shift your hips from side to side. Shift your knees from side to side. Come through center. We're going to place our right knee down, left knee down, opening up for our deer pose. And we're going to turn our body over to the whichever knee is open. So not the knee that's coming back, but the knee that is open. We're going to turn to that side and maybe even tilt and shift through the left hip as you open up your body to that side. Maybe you can sink your hips a little bit more forward and really feel that stretch and opening through the front side of the left hip flexor. And let's bring our body back through center. Bring your feet back onto the floor. Take a moment, shift from side to side. And then we're going to come into the opposite side of that, opening up your body to the opposite side, taking that twist, lengthening out through the front side of that hip flexor. Maybe your body invites you to twist a little bit deeper. Staying connected to your breath. Come back through center, let the feet come back through center, plant them on the floor, take a moment, shift them from side to side. Bringing your block with you if you don't have it already and come down onto your back. Maybe you just have a blanket, you can fold that up instead. Plant your feet on the floor. And lift the hips up into bridge pose, placing the block underneath the sacrum. I invite you to cactus out your arms here. And let's breathe into this, sending the breath deep into the belly, filling the lungs, fully expand, pause at the top. Open mouth, exhale, breathe it out, let it go. And again, deep breath in, breathe it in. Full breath out, let it go. Come back to your natural rhythm of breath. Let's extend our right leg long, keeping our left foot planted on the floor. Take a couple deep breaths. Bend into that right leg, plant it back on the floor, extend the left leg out, breathe into it. Bend into the knee, plant the foot on the floor. Let's lift the hips up. Place that block off to the side as you slowly roll the spine down, bringing your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees and gently rock side to side. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees come out wide, coming into your reclined butterfly. Hands can be down by your side. You can tilt your chin up toward the ceiling, opening up through the whole front line of the body. Let your knees relax out. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Slowly, gently draw your knees together. Heel toe your feet to the edges of your mat. As you open the knees up, or as you open the feet up, bring the knees together. Really let the low back connect to the floor. Let your shoulders connect to the floor. Know that you can stay here Or draw your knees in, bring your hands onto your knees. Let's do some circles with the knees, bringing them apart and together, apart and together, apart and together. Change direction, together and apart, together and apart, together and apart. Extend your legs out long. Let your hands come down by your side. Close down your eyes and let's return to our breath. Sinking in for our final resting pose, Shavasana. Taking a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let your body sink into the floor. Maybe as you come into this pose, you rock your head side to side as you let it settle in through center. Check in with your body, see if there's anything you can let go of, anything you can release. We'll take 10 more breaths here. See if you can focus and count out those breaths in your own mind. Bring your knees into your chest, gently rock side to side. Rub the backs of your knees as you rock yourself up, coming into an easy seat, ending out our class in this easy seat. Bring your palms to touch, tuck your chin to your chest. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself for showing up. Acknowledge your body for all of the wisdom that it created, that it revealed throughout today's practice. Acknowledge your mind for awarenesses. Acknowledge your emotions for emotional intelligence. Thanking yourself. I know I thank you for being here, for allowing me to share this practice with you. It is always my honor. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. And until then, may your light